And welcome to MAORI Justice News, and it's Rangi Māori here reporting from Rotorua. We're just reporting today about what is happening currently around Aotearoa, New Zealand, and what is happening with the greed for profit businesses that are being run in New Zealand, from greed for profit banks being able to and being allowed to strip the community without any limits being put on their profits, on how much money these businesses are allowed to make. We're going to talk about number 2, about housing, and how important it is and duty of care that our local New Zealanders are housed, and what the greed for profit real estate agents are charging to make a profit out of home sales, to the point that a home that was worth $200,000 is now doubled. It's nearly gone up to $400,000 for house prices, even $500,000. So this is another injustice that's occurring with the housing industry, that greed for profit businesses are allowed to do whatever they please. And when are we going to put a limit on these greed for profit businesses? We're going to talk about what the forestry industry is also, and logging is doing to housing affordability and housing the locals, and how the logs are being sent off sea, overseas to make a profit, when our locals need to be housed first. And that's in the greed for profit housing industry. Now we're going to move down to number 3, to the food industry of greed for profit supermarkets. Unlimited profits being made by supermarkets. Where is the law? Where is justice to put a limit and say that these supermarkets have made enough money out of stripping our local communities, stripping families who need to be fed, and duty of care management and governance? The prices need to be lowered in the supermarket. A limit needs to be placed, asserted, over the profits that have been allowed to made. We need to address this. The dairying industry under the food industry, what greed for profit dairying industry is doing, the food being produced, and how they're unlimited profits being made by the dairying industry, and the price of dairy products that's doubled, and how high it is for New Zealanders to be charged when it comes to purchasing, whether it's milk, butter, cheese, basic dairy products that households need. We're going to move down and we're going to talk about when are we going to see a limit put on to these profits of the food industry, the dairy, whether it's dairy, whether common sense housing, food and money management, to help New Zealanders get ahead, to help New Zealanders first. That's Māori Justice News reporting. Thank you. Tēnā koutou katoa. This is Māori Justice News reporting here at Rotorua, and I see that they've shut down Tachikawa over behind me here, and they're bringing the logging trucks somewhere else now, so it's very interesting what's happening here in Rotorua. Here comes someone. Kia ora, how are you?